And we welcome you to the fourth game of our Monday game day here on the 31st season of NCRAA Men's Basketball Division. It is the University of Luzon going up against the Asian Institute of Maritime Studies. Justine Hernandez, kasama pa rin po si Coach Daryl Alulod in this battle of both standings at 1 and 3. Coach Daryl, I saw you talking to the coach of UL a while ago. What is the game plan going into this ball game?
I talked to Coach Karim Vidal on regarding their game plan on this game for the University of Luzon. As you can see, they have a pretty short rotation on this game coming off because of the injury that happens, and this will be a big blow for the University of Luzon because Jomel Sansano suffered a shoulder injury during their last game against the ICC, and he produced 18.5 points. So iyon yung mawawalang production dito sa University of Luzon. But according to Coach Vidal, he mentioned to me that he is relying on the production of Ventax Behino and also MJ Lambino, who is playing pretty well for their team. And for the Tigers, MJ Lambino produced 12.5 points and 7.67 rebounds. According to him, he will give others a good break as well on this game. So someone will be stepping up on this game for the University of Luzon. It's just that Coach Karim did not really specify who will it be. So surprise tayo dito, Justin, kung sino ba ang mag-step up.
On the other hand, I talked to the head coach as well of the Blue Sharks, Coach Daryl. Siyempre, dito natin napag-alaman that he is a new and fresh head coach. Naupo lang siya noong January 1 at the helm of the Blue Sharks, and he has admitted to me that their losses is primarily on the lapses that they have created on the defensive side of the floor. He told me that his players are not boxing out enough. There's not much hustle, especially on the rebound and on the switching of the players that they have to guard. But then he told me that today they need to clog up those passing lanes. They need to pace up when it comes to the ball game para makasabay dito sa Golden Tigers. And he said that there's one thing that they did that can guarantee somehow their victory today, and that is that they scouted the key players and the key plays of the opposing team of the Golden Tigers, and his play, his system of basketball is not all about having first, second, or third option. He said his only option is the good option. No forced shots, no ugly baskets. It is designed play for everyone. And he told me that his go-to guys, if I have to really ask for it, that would be Peralta. And guess what, Coach Daryl? Peralta started this ball game with a three-pointer. And he also pointed out CJ Francisco as his go-to guy on the defense, assigning him to whoever is the key player of the opposing end. And at the moment, it is bearing fruit. They're up by 5 in the starting quarter.
And Justin, if you love a fast-paced basketball game, this is a team to watch. This Ames Blue Mariners, or Blue Sharks rather, correction on that, because of their combination of two Spitfire guards, JD Odvina and Jericho Peralta. Napakabilis maglaro nitong dalawang player na to. They might be lacking in height, but in quickness, it's full 99 overall.
That's a diamond badge right there. And there you go once again, Coach Daryl. Hindi nagsisinungaling ang head coach ng Ames when he told me that it would be Jericho Peralta probably at the tip of the spear. That's his second three-pointer now, and Kamba answers back with one of his own.
And a hot shooting Kamba. Yan talaga yung favorite spot nitong si Kamba every time that they are playing. That shoulder, left shoulder for the three-point area for the University of Luzon.
And out of bounds here. Ball goes to the Golden Tigers. Kamba with the ball. Hands it over to Lacaba. Lambino, what a pass by Lambino. Just couldn't get the finish.
Lacaba just got too excited and it's wide open after that behind the back pass of MJ Lambino.
Calling for a play here. Oh, what a footwork. What a pass. Just couldn't deliver. by Francisco. Look at that move. He may be small, but he has the speed. Hindi nga lang sapat yung bigat niya to get that bump.
And look at that leaping ability of MJ Lambino, grabbing that basketball right on top of the rim.
And JD Odvino was found helpless on that play, Coach Daryl. He was too small to guard Lambino on that play. Oh, that pass was too high for Francisco to receive.
Yeah, miscommunication between the two Blue Sharks.
Kamba with the basketball, awaiting his teammates. Hands it over to Don Gallardo. Lambino fakes. Lambino attacks. Drop pass to his teammate, and he is fouled. Ventax Bejeño is heading to the line for two.
If you're going to take a look at the lineup of University of Luzon, they are fielding in Twin Towers for Ventax Bejeño and MJ Lambino. And this is a scary front court, Justin, if they're playing at the same time. Because MJ Lambino, he may be a tall player for this league, but you can see him can dribble the basketball like a guard as well. And Ventax Bejeño, he is a player that can shoot from the mid-range area.
But he misses both free throws on that one, Coach Daryl. And
I did not say free throw. It's just mid-range.
actually, it's true, Coach Daryl. There's really a difference when it comes to the mechanics of a free throw shot and the mid-range J. Look at that. 3 yellow shirts ganging up on the rebound. Oh, that no-look pass is straight into the hands of Peralta. Or rather, Odvino. Now Peralta. Mid-range J. Peralta delivers. 8 points for Peralta.
Yeah, 8 points already for the man from Pulilan, Bulacan, Jericho Peralta.
Lambino goes inside. Lambino delivers.
He can jump with that high leaping ability and long wingspan. It's difficult to stop MJ Lambino if he decides to drive hard inside.
Peralta, long one. No go. And the battle for the board is last touch by Lambino. Ball stays with the Blue Sharks. Francisco receives it. Francisco layup. Nice defense by the Golden Tigers. Bejeño hands it over back to Lambino. Lambino, no go. And the rebound belongs to Carlos Lapira. Odvino, kick out pass, wide open 3. Won't go in, offensive board. And there's a foul on the floor. Gostin Gorea is heading to the free throw line.
Gostin Gorea really doing that offensive rebounding for the Ames Blue Sharks. He's a known rebounder actually, averaging double digit in the rebound, 10.38 for Gorea.
Gorea misses both free throws, and look at Odvino just hunting for that basketball, trying to get an angle to steal that ball away from Lambino. Now Gallardo. De Guzman swings it to Kamba at the left wing. Back out to Gallardo. Was bothered by the defense of Peralta. Stolen by Peralta. In run. Transition. Peralta couldn't convert.
Look how big the lineup of University of Luzon. They are not even jumping to get that rebound actually.
What a fake right there. Could have used the board to get that basket. Odvino and Peralta in transition. What a play, but it was met upstairs. A bit of a series of broken plays here, Coach Daryl. Really not much any direction on the play, just trying to get the ball to fall into the rim.
It's not really the play that they designed, but we are hoping to get their groove going, these two teams that we have. maaga pa naman din sa laro natin. We are only at 3 minutes and 35 seconds. And
Because-
probably the University of Luzon is still looking for, a player to go to, especially if they don't have Jomel Sansano on their lineup now.
And stolen away once again by the Blue Sharks. And ball was almost stolen away from the hands of Carlos Lapira. But the ball stays with the Blue Sharks. Jack Mailas and the inbound. And that's a long pass outside to Gurea. Peralta swings it back to Mailas. Now Marasigan to the corner. Great ball movement here by the Blue Sharks. Gurea at the post is blocked from behind by De Guzman.
Good read on the defense for De Guzman. Waiting, timing perfectly for blocking the shot of Gorea.
Oh, look at the battle for the ball. Lambino almost came out with it. And in transition, Marasigan delivers.
That is the strength of the Blue Sharks, running on the transition offense, especially with their two-guard combination all the time.
Moreno stepped back, couldn't deliver. Battle for the boards. Peralta ends up with it.
That's a difficult shot to make. Step back, well contested three.
And that's a wide open three on the other end. It's surprising that UL is allowing those shots to continue, considering that Peralta has already made two in this ball game.
Yeah, got lucky that he did not sink in that three-point basket. But on the other end, he committed a foul.
And two free throws here coming up for Herman Kamba. Kamba misses the first one.
And a second-year player now for the Ames Blue Sharks, playing for the first time this game, Rick Munsayak.
And he makes the second. It's 12-8 at the moment. It's a low-scoring first quarter of play with only 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in our first quarter of action.
Going back to who I mentioned earlier, Rick Munsayak, he is a player that can score coming off the bench, averaging 10.7 points. That is a big for a six-man player.
Panganiban settled for a three, misses. Lambino against the defense. Too tight on that one.
Challenged by two defenders, clogging his driving lane, making sure that it will be difficult for MJ Lambino to get his groove going.
That three-point shot almost went in for number 7. That is Rick Monsayak. Moreno now with the basketball. Swings it over to De Guzman. He fires the three. No go. Both teams are living and dying by the three-point line at the moment.
I'm just really wondering, why are they keeping or shooting that contested three-point shots?
Here comes Panganiban. Gives it to Moreno. Fires the long two. Air mails that one.
And another contested three for UL.
Kamba, no go. Battle for the ball. That's Lambino. Lambino again is fouled that time around. 2 free throws coming up for him.
Too tall. That's MJ Lambino. MJ Lambino, he's being recruited already to play for some commercial leagues in Pangasinan, but he decides to focus on his studies and stays on University of Luzon Golden Tigers.
And Lambino misses the first one. Misses the second as well. My last calling for a play here. Swings it to Lapira. At the post is Monsayak. Lapira for three. No go. De Guzman grabs the board. Here comes Gallardo. Settles for the three again. No go. Rebounded by De Guzman. Panganiban for three. Still no for UL. Lambino. Fade away Jay. Too strong. Gets the board. Still no. Another rebound. They just can't get that basket to fall. No field goals after 5 attempts, Coach Daryl.
You'll see that they are really grabbing that offensive boards for the Golden Tigers. However, they also need to make sure and stay composed on making that basket. Because it will just be tiring if you're just grabbing those offensive rebounds and not converting anything.
Both teams hasn't made a basket for a while now. No field goals has been added on the stat sheet. With 9.2 seconds remaining in this quarter, the score is nailed at 12-8. Blue Sharks being in the lead. Now 2 free throws are coming up for Gallardo.
And talking about Gallardo, he played pretty well on their game or their win against the Pats College of Aeronautics. He made some crucial baskets during that match.
And he makes the second, cuts down the lead to just 3 with 9.2 seconds remaining in this quarter. Monsayak couldn't get that one to fall. And it's blocked upstairs. But mukhang nakasama yung braso doon, Coach Daryl.
And that will be called against Bentax Bejenio. It's not the player who swiped that basketball. It's Bentax who bumped itong si
Renz
Marasigan for that shot attempt.
And Renz Marasigan misses the first one with 0.7 seconds remaining in this quarter. So probably after this free throw may be a bucket or a miss. We will hear the buzzer to mark the end of our first quarter. It's 12-9 in favor of the Blue Sharks. Golden Tigers looking for answer as we head on to the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. Magbabalik po ang 31st season ng NCRAA. And we welcome you to the second quarter of play in this game between the University of Luzon Golden Tigers up against the Asian Institute of Maritime Studies Blue Sharks.
And on the first period, Justin, for the Ames Blue Shark, it's all about the production of their captain, Jericho Peralta, who's played pretty well on the start of the game with 8 points on a game already, and 2 of it is coming from the three-point area. So you'll see there that Jericho Peralta can spread the playing court for the Ames Blue Shark squad. On the other end, we are still waiting for someone to step up big time here for the University of Luzon. But I also like the effort that they are doing, that this will be a team effort. Everyone is contributing for their squad in terms of the scoring and also in the rebounding. And talking about rebounding, they out-rebounded Ames Blue Shark on the first period. Bentax Bejenio and MJ Lambino doing well on grabbing those offensive boards. They just need to be more composed and more balanced in making that stick back attempts.
Ball is stolen this time around by the Golden Tigers. Chance here to tie up the ball game, but he misses in transition. Now Mailas in transition goes for the Pinoy step. No go on that time around. The shot attempt was too deep. Lambino hands it over to Panganiban. Just couldn't convert for Panganiban.
Panganiban missing some point-blank shots in this game.
Monsayak now looking for an open teammate. Hands it over to the post. Loses the leather. Stolen by the Golden Tigers. And
that's Lacaba who made that basket right on the mid-range.
And Lacaba delivers. It's now a deadlock, or rather a 1-point game now for UL.
And earlier, we received a warning for faking a foul for Gallardo of University of Luzon. He needs to take care of it because, they don't have enough players to especially man that point guard position.
Now Gallardo grabs the board himself. Gives it to Panganiban. Attacking the smaller guy. Loses his dribble. Gives it back to Gallardo. 14 seconds on their shot clock. Lacaba with the basket. Back to Lacaba. Attacking the paint. Drops it to his teammate. But that's an offensive foul right there.
Yeah, actually, it became unsportsmanlike foul called against the University of Luzon. EJ De Guzman. Medyo napasipa itong si EJ De Guzman on that jump shot attempt.
And looks like the two referees are having a discussion here, Coach Daryl. They have two different calls. The other just called the regular offensive foul, and our other referee has called an unsportsmanlike foul. So looks like they're clarifying on which call would stand on the floor.
But if you'll ask me on that, it will just be a regular offensive foul. And our referees made some clarification on it, and they agreed with me. That it will just be a regular offensive foul, a regular fadeaway attempt. That it's just that napasipa nga itong si EJ De Guzman.
Exactly. Before tanggap yun, Coach Daryl, actually, it's allowed in the rule book to do that, but then somebody in the name of Dwayne Wade has abused it for far too long, along with Reggie Miller, so they had to change the rules.
Reggie Miller, back in the 90s, used that kick to create a separation from his defender on the perimeter.
Now, my last once again, being guarded closely. Monsayak hands it over to his teammate. Steady looking jumper, no good. Gallardo now. Calling for plays here. Behenio offers the pick. Lambino as well. Three-pointer on the road. No good. And that's a foul as Behenio collects that offensive rebound.
Benedict Salino can't do anything on that possession. Or correction in that. Alexis Rivera committed that personal foul. Because Bentax Behenio will just do that stick back easy if he will not commit that personal foul.
I think Alex Rivera has been blindsided on that play. Hindi niya inaasahan na nasa likod niya tong si Behenio on that one. However, Behenio splits the free throws. It's a 2-point game now for the University of Luzon Golden Tigers. It's a very low scoring ball game, and I should say compared to the games that we had today, Coach Daryl, this is a very slow game.
Both teams are hitting or missing 3-point baskets here. They are trying their best to convert one, but the percentage is not going in their favor for the both squad actually.
Lacaba trying to find a hole in the defense. What a save right there by Behenio. And there goes the shot clock violation. That's a bit of a poor shot there from Gallardo from that play.
But they've been trying to take that contested 3-point shots, but for me, I consider it as it's a bad shot already. If you're well defended and you know that your percentage is not hitting the right mark on your game, better to do something. Probably go to the mid-range or drive hard inside to get your groove going instead of you forcing it shooting from the outside.
And Monsayak gets the first field goal of this quarter off of a teardrop. It's a deadlock now at 14 apiece. Now Gallardo hands it over to his teammate. Lambino almost loses control of the leather. Behenio now attacking. Can't find a teammate. That's a traveling violation. No movement at all from UL.
Yeah, I'm about to say that, Justin. The offense of UL on that possession became too stagnant. They are relying on the individual talent of each player to operate and try to create a play for their own.
Mylas now with a basketball. Hands it over to Geronimo. Now to Monsayak. Geronimo for 3. No go. Rebounded by De Guzman. Gallardo again. UL is swinging that basketball, looking for a guy, Coach Daryl, then settles with a contested three.
They are trying to run their offense, which is good if it's being converted. But if it's not, better to drive hard, like what I have mentioned. Look for other opportunities.
That is a poor challenge right there from, I think that was Lacava. It was already on top of the rim, Coach Daryl. Tumama na ng board, and then sa kanya hinampas yung board. You would love the giggle. Ika nga, the giggle. You would love it. But then, you should be disciplined.
Yeah, it will be called the goaltending.
Exactly, Coach Daryl. Gallardo again. Now to Lambino. And there's a foul on that play. It would be on number 4. That's Arvin Madrigal.
MJ Lambino showing us that he can also do some hesitation move. And with that move of MJ Lambino, Madrigal committed his 4th personal foul, or third personal
yes.
foul rather, here only at the second period.
And that should hurt, Coach Daryl, kasi undersized na nga sila in this matchup. At mukhang mababawasan pa ng pwedeng isabay sa rotation itong Blue Sharks. Now they're looking for an opening.
But talking about rotation, this is the first time that Madrigal seen a lot of action here at the 31st season of the NCRAA.
That is a tough shot right there. He was forced into that shot. A double clutch three-pointer, Coach Daryl.
And now they are in the penalty after the foul that they committed.
And there's still 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter of play. Mahaba-haba pa to, Coach Daryl, and they're already in the penalty. So, and UL has been pretty efficient on the line so far.
But you see them that they're always going on the three-point attempt. Since that their opponent, or the Ames Blue Sharks, is now in the penalty, I think it's safe to say now that it will be better for them to fish for a foul inside.
Unsayak with the basketball. Swings it to the other end. Ball is tipped. Chance here to play transition for UL. Gallardo challenges the defense. Couldn't penetrate enough. That's a traveling.
Yep. I can see it from here already that it will be a traveling violation for De Guzman.
And there's a timeout on the floor requested by the Blue Sharks to talk things over. With 4 minutes and 6 seconds remaining on this quarter, we'll be right back after this break. And coming back off of that timeout, let's see what was on the drawing board here for the Blue Sharks. Oh, that's a traveling right there. Was caught by the defense, was not able to pass the ball or get rid of it. Took the extra step. Easy call for the travel. And Moreno now is tasked with the duties of the one spot at the moment. Gallardo takes a breather. Lambino attacking, zigzagging, mid-range J, no go.
Missing his favorite move now. It's MJ Lambino. Medyo nakakaramdam na rin itong si MJ Lambino ng a bit being gassed already dito sa second period natin kasi he will play heavy minutes, and not only that, yung pressure then that it will be put on his shoulder, the offensive and the defensive end. Malaki yung nasa balikat ito ngayong si MJ Lambino.
And Vince Wamnal, rather, is checking in for the first time in this ball game as Monsayak delivers his second field goal of the quarter.
If you will look at the play style of Rick Monsayak, it's a simple basketball for him. He's just taking it easy. One dribble pull up, floater game, not forcing his way through that much. So relax lang talaga maglaro itong si Rick Monsayak.
Oh, teardrop. No go that time around for Wamnal. Lambino. Ball almost stolen away from him. Ball completely stolen away from Lambino. But Maisal won't be able to control that basketball. Out of bounds, turnover for the Blue Sharks with 2 minutes 41 seconds remaining in this quarter. Kamba with the basketball, hands it over to Moreno. Almost loses the leather. Kamba attacking. Back to Moreno. Two-man game here. And that's an offensive foul.
Yeah, an illegal screen again called out in here, and that will be against Kamba. Okay na sana yung screen nitong si Kamba. Tumama na doon sa defender nitong si Moreno. However, nung pag-roll niya, going away to the basket, isinama pa niya yung bantay niya. So that's why he got whistled with that foul.
Geronimo now with the leather. Moreno on him. Maisal with the basketball. Ball almost stolen away. It is now stolen away. 2-on-1 break. Pangilinan gets that one to fall.
Great read for Panganiban, using his body to shield that basketball and making sure that balance will still be with him on taking that shot.
Oh, what a pass inside. I don't think that Wamnal was the intended target of that pass.
But MJ Lambino is on the floor now, holding on his right ankle.
That should hurt for UL if he will not be able to continue playing today or would be limited because of another injury. Then UL is doomed, Coach Daryl, as they're already on a short lineup at the moment.
You're correct, Justine. Hoping that everything is okay for MJ Lambino. He's being checked by his teammates already. Pero maganda ron, Justine. Nakabalik naman siya on his own feet and they're just trying to stretch it now.
Pass by Maisal was too strong. Monsayak settles. Monsayak delivers. That is his go-to shot for Monsayak.
Like what I mentioned earlier, pretty boy basketball for Rick Monsayak. Just playing all smooth.
And there's a timeout on the floor requested by the Golden Tigers. We'll be right back after this break. And we're back in this ball game coming off from the timeout with 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining in this first half of play. It's 22-19 at the moment. The game is still in favor of the Blue Sharks as Moreno tries a three-pointer. No go. Gallardo now gets that one to fall.
Gallardo just entered the playing court and just hitting that mid-range J right away for University of Luzon. Two-guard combination now for the University of Luzon.
This is probably their smallest lineup yet, Coach Daryl. No good on that shot. Flips it to Gallardo. Gallardo steps on the brakes. Lacaba, wide open three, delivered.
All day to shoot for Lacaba. Finally a basket from the three-point area for University of Luzon. They've been waiting for that three-point shot to go in.
My last no good, rebounded by De Guzman. Moreno attacking. 4-on-4 equal break. Moreno drops it. Goes for the pump. No go. The pass is too long. Turnover. 17 seconds on the clock. Looks like they're slowing things down to take the final shot of the quarter.
Smart thing to do in here is take the last shot for University of Luzon.
De Guzman, tough shot, no go. 3 seconds to go. Do they realize Monsaya, can he take the shot? And the defense was right on him as the buzzer sounds at the end of the first half. It's 24-22. The favor now belongs to the Golden Tigers over Ames. We'll be right back after this half.
Olivares College has a strong sense of social awareness of its responsibilities to the youth of the Philippines in providing them with a strong foundation for their future endeavors. This is evident in the institution's global perspective and global connectivity reflected in both its educational and research activities. It has established itself as the only institution in the city of Parañaque with a strong research capability, adequately designed and implemented curriculum, and a comprehensive corporate social responsibility framework.
Health-allied courses in Olivares College were logically and sensibly designed in such a way that laboratories are constantly updated and provided with close to real-life simulation requirements.
At the pinnacle of our priorities in Olivares College are our students, and we are aware of the fact that parents have entrusted to us the future of their children. That is why we make certain that every decision we make is scientific and research-based, while taking into account international benchmarks and best practices in academics and services.
What I'm very much proud of about Olivares College is its commitment to holistic education. This can be seen by constantly involving all stakeholders when engineering the curriculum while taking into account industry demands in terms of skills and academic preparations necessary for our students to compete in the global world of work.
Enrolling in Olivares College was an easy choice for me, since I've heard on several occasions that indeed graduates of OC land in the best jobs here and abroad. Also, my edge as a graduate of OC is that I'm assured of appropriate academic preparation I need to survive in the information-driven and globalized labor force.
What's good about Olivares College is that they take into account our multiple intelligences and constantly align instructional strategies to better assist me in developing my potentials as a journalist and as a future media practitioner.
Direct, purposeful experiences, those are what Olivares College provides to their students. Olivares College seems to have scientifically designed its programs to make sure that they are not merely focused on theories, but more importantly on learning experiences blended with the latest technology and with the state-of-the-art facility. I am one proud Olivarian.
As we strive to position Olivares College for even greater successes in the years to come, it is essential that we respond to the changing realities of our world, our country, and our region. We must also consider the needs of our nation for an engaged, informed citizenry and a workforce well prepared for the changing nature of our economy. In addition, we are mindful of the approach, processes, and activities
And I welcome you back in the fourth game of our Monday game day here in the 31st season of NCRAA Men's Basketball Division. It's the University of Luzon Golden Tigers going up against the Asian Institute of Maritime Studies Blue Sharks. This game has been slow compared to the other games today, and we're stuck at 24-22 at the moment. Coach Daryl, can you tell us why this game has been this slow and this low scoring?
Ames Blue Sharks is doing pretty well in outrunning this University of Luzon Golden Tigers. Their points from turnovers is 12 points already and 8 on a fast break opportunity. So it means that they are really doing a fast-paced ball game with the help of Jericho Peralta and also the smooth shooting of Rick Munsayak with 8 points apiece. On the other end, for the University of Luzon, they are still having a toe-to-toe match in here because they are out-rebounding this Ames Blue Sharks. They have 36 rebounds compared to 23 only of Ames Blue Sharks. So University of Luzon needs to capitalize and be more composed on doing those step back since that they have height advantage. For the Blue Sharks, they just need to continue to keep on running since that they are smaller but much more quicker than the University of Luzon with shorter lineup as well. Or shorter rotation rather.
De Guzman missing on that fadeaway. Tapira in transition. 5 points now for Tapira in this quarter.
The big man that can run the playing court. Even their bigs are running now, Justin.
Lacaba answers back with a trifecta of his own. Deadlock at 27 now.
He's been looking to hit that 3-point shot. This is Reynaldo Lacaba with his 2 out of 4 on the 3-point area.
Lapira looking for an open man now. Odvina settles for the mid-range J as Gorea delivers.
Gorea showing to us that he's not only a rebounding machine, he can also score for his team.
Gallardo with the basketball. Hands it over to Lacaba. Now De Guzman. Moreno looking for an opening. Back to Gallardo. 3-pointer on the road. Gallardo delivers.
It's not a traditional 3-point shot for Gallardo, but if it works, why not take it?
Sabi nga nila, no, Coach Darrell, if it ain't broken, why fix it? Peralta looking for an opening. He has been the story for Ames in the first quarter. Been silent ever since.
Yeah, because he did not play really on the second quarter of our game. Just really wondering the reason why the main guard, Jericho Peralta, did not play at that quarter.
Moreno being hounded by the defense of Odvina. Moreno is fouled.
Moreno did well on probing the defense of JV Advina on that play.
And Moreno now makes his first of 2. Misses the second. It's a 2-point game now, 31-29. Lead is still in the hands of the Golden Tigers with 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
The two teams in front of us now, this is a toe-to-toe match. Same record, and right now we almost have the same score as well.
Gallardo on the right wing, gives it at the post. Lambino delivers.
That's Ventax Behino who curves some space using his muscle to create separation.
I stand corrected on that one. That was Bijino. Peralta finds an open man inside.
That's a lap on the defense, or laps on the defense of University of Luzon. They are already playing 2-3 zone defense, but they still left the paint open. Not a good sign for University of Luzon.
And bonus free throw now here for CJ Francisco.
But you see there, the impact of Jericho Peralta for this Ames Blue Shark. Every time that he step on the playing court, it's not only the scoring prowess that he brings, even the ball distribution and the defense that he brings to the Ames Blue Shark is a big factor for his game style.
Look at Moreno and Peralta just grinding at one another. That's an offensive foul on Moreno.
And every time that you see a smaller player, even a younger player than you, medyo nang gigigil ka talaga if you're already a veteran like Jericho Peralta. So when he saw Moreno handling the basketball, he hounded him right away.
Now Peralta has been quiet since the first quarter of play. No additional field goals for him. He's commanding the offense of the Blue Sharks. Odvina misses. Francisco again blocked from behind. Francisco still wide open three on the road. And that's a three-pointer once again for Carlos Lapira.
In and out offense for Ames Blue Shark. If they got clogged inside, they are really going for the three.
And a foul whistled on Peralta on that one. And also a warning on here for Jericho Peralta for resentment towards the call.
You didn't like what the whistle of our referee there. Sino ba naman magkaagusto ng personal foul, right?
Now at the post, it's Vigino. Nice defense there by Lapira. Gallardo takes a closer shot, no go. Camba double clutches it, misses. Here comes Odvina. Odvina zigzagging through. Lapira comes closer, takes the shot, no go.
I've noticed that JV Advina, every time that the ball got rebounded by the big man, andun tong si Advina to try to steal the basketball.
Peralta says to his teammate, go ahead, I'll look for you. Oh, that's a tough shot right there. Bumped into two yellow shirts. Peralta zigzagging through the defense. Peralta airmails that one. Pass of Vigino is too long, and Odvina collects it.
Showing his quickness here in this game, JV Advina.
Now Peralta slowing things down to Odvina. Now at the post in the hands of Gurea. Back to Peralta. Shot clock winding down to 10 seconds. Peralta gives it to Gurea. Long two on the way. No go. Francisco. No go. Look at the rebound there of Odvina. Still cannot get it to go. Gurea is fouled that time around.
Ames Blue Shark is really challenged right in the paint. They're getting a lot of rebounds now. They've been boxing out pretty well. But yung sumpa naman nung missing on that stick back goes on the side of Ames Blue Shark. Sila naman yung sumasablay ngayon on those stick backs.
UL, Coach Daryl, you can see now the consequences of having a short rotation here. Makikita mo, bukas na yung mga bibig nila dito. A sign of exhaustion and fatigue for the players of the Golden Tigers.
Yeah, fatigue factor, especially if you're getting tired and being pressured, mas nakakadagdag pa ng pagod yon. So you need to be much more disciplined on when to run, no much of extra antics, kumbaga.
Monsayak gets the steal and the basket off the turnover.
If there is a secret weapon for this Ames Blue Shark, that is Rick Monsayak. Scoring prowess coming off the bench again.
Camba passes it into the wrong hands. It's now a foot race. Monsayak again, too strong on that layup. Now Gallardo will try to set things up here. Vigeno was asking for the leather. Gallardo, drop pass again to the wrong hands. No connection whatsoever on that pass. Lapira misses on that one. Gallardo, would he attack? No, he'd wait for Vigeno. Steps into a three. He is fouled. 3 free throws coming up for him.
You know, I like the contest here of Lapira, but you don't need to go close to the three-point shooter, especially if that is not the comfort zone of that player like Bentax Bejino. Bentax Bejino can hit the mid-range J, but on the three-point area, it's a bit questionable his capability to shoot from way out.
Bejino on the line now. Makes the third. 37-36.
And Bejino will get some rest in here. He will be replaced by De Guzman. So MJ Lambino will man the center position for the University of Luzon.
Approaching the 2-minute mark now of our third quarter. That's a traveling violation on Munsayak, or rather Francisco.
We're seeing a lot of lead changes here, Justin, on this game. It means that this is just a matchup that we are waiting for here in the 31st season.
Moreno looking for a teammate. Gallardo. Mid-range J is good for Gallardo.
Shooter's bounce for Gallardo.
And that was an accident. Inverted away there. Great sportsmanship between Lacambino and Munsayak on that play. Now Peralta looking for an open man. Asking for a movement from his teammates. Oh, nice find there to Francisco. Easy 2 points there from the mid-range. They are trading buckets now, Coach Darrell. 39-38. Lead in the hands of the Blue Sharks. Moreno. Ball was tipped by Peralta.
With 14 seconds on the shot clock for UL. Still enough time for them to execute their play.
Gallardo to De Guzman. No good on that one. Less than a minute remaining in this quarter now. Peralta looking for an open man. Francisco offered the pick. Munsayak has a head start. No good on that layup. But will be recovered by Gurea. Gurea finishes.
Josh Gurea knows that he has an advantage in terms of the upper body strength, and he capitalized it, muscling through the taller but much slimmer Lambino.
Moreno now waving off the screen. Now De Guzman is the one offering. Francisco on him. Lambino dancing against the defense. Lambino loses the basketball, recovers it, finds De Guzman somehow, someway.
Hey, that's really a difficult basket made there by De Guzman because Francisco is there for our defense recovery.
5 seconds on the clock. Peralta kick out. Lapira for three. No go. And that is how the third quarter of play would end. It's 41-40 in favor of the Blue Sharks. Don't go anywhere. The final 10 minutes of this matchup is right after this break. Fourth quarter of play now has just begun. The final 10 minutes where legends are made and championships are decided, Coach Darrell. It's still the University of the Luzon Golden Tigers going up against the Asian Institute of Marine Sciences. Blue Sharks going up against one another. This has been a very close game, Coach Daryl. Just a
Literally
point
close
separating these
game.
two teams.
Literally a close game. 1 point advantage only for the Ames Blue Sharks. And they don't have the momentum on the side, or no one is getting the momentum still in here. It's a toe-to-toe match. Haymaker after haymaker. They're missing some shots, but they're getting some good runs as well. So the thing in here is who will be more composed at the latter part of this game and still the victory. Remember, etong dalawang opponent na to, they still have this. They have the same numbers on the standing bracket, 1 and 3 apiece. So, iintayin natin dito who will get the advantage to be on a higher seed for our elimination round.
As Lapira makes the first one. Connects the second as well. And it seems like Coach Daryl, as this game continues, now we're in the fourth quarter, mukhang ang hinahanap nila itong 18.5 points na nawawala sa kanila for the University of Luzon in the absence of their main guy here.
Yeah, of course. If you miss a player like Jomel Sansano on your game, it will be a big blow, really. But as you can see in here, some other players are stepping up. But talking about the contribution of Sansano, it's not only about the production that he makes, even the rebounding and the assist department, because every time that MJ Labino got the basketball, he is being clogged, he is being hounded. So it means that his teammates are getting more open looks than what we have now.
And De Guzman just couldn't control that basketball. Kept on slipping away from his hands. Peralta now with the basketball. Hands it over to Gorea. Back to Peralta. Inside pass, Monsayak is fouled. I think that would be on Lacaba.
It's a great two-man game there between Peralta and Munsayak. They've been together for 2 years already, so they have a good chemistry built.
2 free throws now here for Monsayak. He makes the first one. Count the second as well. He has been the steady presence here for the Blue Sharks.
And remember, Justin, he just came off the bench. He is not part of the starting lineup, but he is contributing pretty well for the Ames Blue Shark squad.
Bigenio loses his dribble. Gallardo for 3. Misses it. Monsayak in transition. Goes for that layup. Too much power and speed on that one. Moreno almost loses the leather. Now Gallardo with the basketball. Gives it to Bigenio at the post. And a foul is whistled on Lapira.
Yeah, Lapira got caught there trying to reach out or reach the ball against Bigenio. But Bigenio is just too wide and too lengthy for Lapira.
Bigenio working his way. Bigenio gets that one to fall.
Like what I've said, too tall for Lapira. Bigenio shoot over him.
Peralta with the basketball. Moreno on him. Francisco for 3. That is big.
Yep, well guarded, but nonetheless, it's still a 3-point basket for Francisco. Difficult shot to make.
In a game of uncertain runs and momentums, shots like that can make a big difference. Gorea comes up with a board. Peralta's running, looking for his teammate. Gets up in the hands of Lapira. Now Gorea to Francisco, thinking about another 3. But Lapira pulls the trigger right between the eyes.
Lapira, no hesitation on taking that corner jumper. Yes, he is being denied, but with a smaller defender in front of him. Ngayon, siya naman yung tumira in front of a smaller defender.
And just like that, a timeout has been requested here by the Golden Tigers as the lead of the Blue Shark has ballooned to 9. We'll be right back after this break. And coming up from the timeout, it's a 9-point game now for the Blue Sharks. Great run there, couple of threes. Kamba air mills that three-pointer. It seemed like that was a bit rushed there.
You're correct, Justin. Early on the shot clock, they are down in here, making that ill-advised 3 for Kamba. Sabi ko nga, Justin, they need to be more composed in here. Better decision making for the team of University of Luzon Golden Tigers. This is a strong team to play against, but the decision making needs to be improved on.
Gallardo passes it inside, finds Lambino. Just couldn't pull the trigger, and the ball is stolen away once again. Peralta gives it to Lapira. Lapira, strong finish at the end.
A big man that can run the playing court. Sabi ko nga kanina, he can bulldoze like a speedster.
And basket count for MJ Lambino, and a chance here for a bonus free throw that is needed direly by the Golden Tigers.
So it just shows that it's a big shoe to fill, really. If you lost your key player, Jeromel Sansano, they're relying too much now on their big man, MJ Lambino and Bentax Bejino.
Peralta gives it to Lapira. Gorea begging for that leather. Now Francisco dribbling and dicing. Francisco, difficult shot, no go. Rebounded by Gorea somehow, and he is fouled. 2 free throws coming up here for Gorea.
And Gorea really doing what he does best, grabbing those rebounds for his team. You know, he is not the tallest player, but he is really crafty. He's a pest on the defense, always at the back of the big man of the opposing team, trying to steal that basketball, at siya pa'y nakakuha ng mga offensive rebounds.
And Gorea splits it. Misses the first, makes the second. It's a 9-point game now. 54-45 here. Kamba. No good on that one. Francisco running, gives it to Peralta. Now to Lapira. Blocked upstairs by the combined defense of Lambino and Lacaba.
The defense or intimidating presence of MJ Lambino is really magnificent.
Gorea in the baseline, hands it over. Peralta for 3. No go. That has almost went in, and that should hurt Coach Darrell if that had really went in.
But again, the possession still stays with the Ames Blue Sharks, and they have 14 seconds to shoot, so enough time for them to execute.
We're past the halfway point now of our 4th and final quarter. Peralta with the leather. Gallardo on him. Peralta, teardrop off the board, no go, battle for the boards. Ends up in the hands of De Guzman.
Peralta got an open shot on that possession. The shot was just got too strong on that running floater.
Gallardo, guarded by 2 white shirts, looking for an opening. Lambino settled for the three, and Lambino delivers.
Yep, it's only at 2 points according to our referee, but still a bucket for MJ Lambino.
That is a shame there, Coach Daryl. A few centimeters away, and it could have been a bigger shot. Just like that, Lapira with another three-pointer.
What a game right now for Lapira. Usually he is a man that tries to battle his way through inside, but this time, and this game, he's been hitting his mark on the three-point country.
Kamba 3, no go. Rebounded by Peralta. And look at the pass of Peralta to Monsayak.
And a great pass coming from Jericho Peralta to Rick Monsayak. A Bulaqueño connection indeed.
And that is enough to make the Golden Tigers call for a timeout. The score is 59-47 in favor of the Blue Sharks. We'll be right back after this break. And coming back from that timeout, has University of Luzon found a way here to bounce back in this ball game? There's only 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this ball game. Lambino attacking. And Lambino is fouled. 2 free throws coming up for him.
And it seems like Coach Kareem decided to go and let MJ Lambino drive hard inside and get a chance on the free throw area because they've been falling in love to shoot from the outside.
And Gambino makes the first of 2. Count the second as well. Lead down to 10.
JV Odvina trying to melt some time there, but coming off a free throw shot, so the clock is not running.
Wow. Just wow. For the smallest guy on the floor to challenge somebody with the height of De Guzman in that play and converts it. And one, Coach Daryl.
On that play, it's all about angles. You know, he let his defender passes by before he takes that shot. Hindi lang yung quickness itong si Advina, even the rebounding prowess.
And Odvina recovers his own free throw amidst the sea of gold right there.
Nalaglag na lang talaga sa kamay niya yung bola at that time.
Advina drop pass. Francisco will not disappoint. And it seems like, Coach Daryl, it may have been too early to say this, but this game is slowly slipping away from the hands of the Golden Tigers.
You're correct on that, Justin. They still have a chance in here, mathematically possible. Let's wait on how are they going to execute here.
Wild shot underneath. They just have no coordination in the paint at the moment for the Golden Tigers. Odvina again, the current danger man for the Blue Sharks. Looking for an opening, burning away some clock here. Odvina for 3. No go, and Lapira gets the rebound.
You love the hassle of Lapira on this game. Now, he is also showing to us that he can rebound basketball.
And that's my favorite line from Anthony Fajardo as Gurea gets that one to fall, and here comes substitutions here. De Guzman checks out.
Reverse layup for Gurea.
And just like that, Coach Daryl, it's a 16-point lead, the biggest of the ball game. Gallardo 3.
Yeah, talking about determination and composure at the latter part of the game. It goes on the sides of Ames Blue Shark. Kita natin dito, Justin, that they are the one in control now.
It just seems like naubusan ng gas itong Golden Tigers heading into the fourth quarter. Especially with Lapira just sinking it right in front of the defense of the Golden Tigers. What can you do against such hot hands?
Speaking of, talking about hot hands, yun talaga yung nangyayari dito ay Carlos Lapira. He could run down the playing court and hit from the outside.
Panganiban gives it to Lambino. Challenges the defense. And looks like Lambino is just giving it all with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in this ball game. He should have probably did that earlier, Coach Daryl. Just try to fish for the foul.
Yeah, trying to jump over a smaller Lapira. Itong si MJ Lambino, one of the most athletic guys that we have here for the NCRAA 31st season.
$68-49 now. Lambino misses the second.
And it's safe to say in here, Justin, that the big numbers left by Jomel Sansano. You know, it's really a big shoe to fill for any of the players of University of Luzon. Hoping that everything goes well for, you know, a good athlete like Jomel Sansano.
Oh my goodness, and they just continue to add up onto their lead. Kanina dapat sasabihin ko, Coach Daryl, nung 19 yung lamang, that is the missing point production from Sansano. But then, you know, Odvino happened in the final 3 minutes of this ball game, and the lead is just now 22. And still no good on that one. There goes the rebound from Lapira, and we're just awaiting formalities here and the final score, along with the final buzzer of this ball game.
And Justin, that's another well-contested three for University of Luzon. That's one thing that they need to look out. You know, probably lessen that contested three-point attempt.
And a missed dunk from Lambino may have been the perfect portrayal of the game for the Golden Tigers in today's ball game.
And even Madrigal trying to create some highlight reel here, but didn't work out into his favor.
And at the end of the ball game, it's 71-49. What started off as a closely contested ball game ended as a one-sided affair in favor of the Asian Institute of Maritime Study Blue Sharks. Don't go anywhere. The hymns are about to be played, and then we'll proceed to the best player of the game when we return.
pag-uusapan natin dito. We have here our best player and our winner of our fourth game this day, Carlos Lapira. Big numbers for you, Carlos. 23 big points and 14 big rebounds for you. Paano nangyari na biglang ganito kalaki yung na-produce mo for your squad?
Ano, for me, ano lang talaga, kailangan ko lang talaga mag-step up kasi yun nga, nasuspended yung isang teammate namin. Alay na rin sa isang teammate namin kay Mark Reyes dahil nga, yun nga, masakit yung dalawang pagka-suspended niya dahil yun, nagkadalawang sunod na talo kami. Kaya yun, need ko talaga mag-step up. Tsaka, syempre, hindi ko makukuha tong best player na to kung hindi rin sa tulong ng mga teammates ko. Tsaka sa mga coaches, kay Coach Kevin, kay Coach Darwin po.
And Carlos, this is a toe-to-toe match from the start up until the fourth period. But latter part on the fourth period, bigla kayong umalagwa. Paano niyo naman ginawa yun?
Ano lang talaga, gutom lang talaga kami sa panalo dahil yun nga, masakit yung dalawang talo namin na magkasunod. Yun lang po. Then, syempre, yun, tulong-tulong din kami ng mga teammates ko para yun, biglang lumayo kami sa UL.
And Carlos, I will give you some time right now to greet all of the supporters of Ames Blue Shark, lahat ng community na gusto mo nang pasalamatan, na taong gusto mong pasalamatan. This is your time now.
Okay. Nagpapasalamat kami sa Ames community, sa buong Ames na sumusuporta sa amin, kay Sir Gada, kay Ma'am Abwid, sa lahat ng head namin sa Ames din, sa lahat ng tumutulong din sa amin, si Boss Roldan, kay Charlie Mac. Then shoutout din sa family ko, kay Mama, kay Papa, kay Tito, kay Dean, kay Kuya, kay Mama Adel, kay Miggy, and kay Tito Claire. Then sa family din ng girlfriend ko, kay Angel, kay Tito Rod, kay Tita Say, kay Alexa, kay Tita Judy, kay Tita Alas, kay Tita Len po.
And again, congratulations to you, Carlos, and the whole Ames Blue Shark squad. And stay tuned, guys. We have our fifth and final game up next. Sea Lions versus the Blue Hawks up next.